Himatjit Kahlon is on trial facing drugs charges and a charge of manslaughter after the death of 21-year-old Aiden Sagala on March 7 last year. Police have said Sagala was an innocent victim in an elaborate and significant drug importation scheme. Kahlon denies all charges.
How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
A second man who we can't name has already admitted charges of importing hundreds of kilos of methamphetamine and ephedrine imported in liquid form in cans of beer, kombucha and coconut water. Aiden Sagala drank from one of the cans of beer branded as honey beer, which the Crown says were given to him by the accused who worked with him at Fonterra.
He died from multiple organ failure as a result of a significant methamphetamine overdose. The level of methamphetamine in his system was, to be quite frank, off the chart.
Aiden's sister Angela Sagala told the court she received a panicked phone call from her husband, who was at home with Aiden on the night he cracked open one of the free beers from his workmate.
Sorry, I'm just reliving that moment is kind of hard. So he called me and I could hear my brother in the background screaming, calling out my mum's name.
She rushed home to find Aiden had collapsed.
I was on the floor. My partner Billy was trying to calm him down. He had his hands on my brother to kind of calm him down because he was really agitated and he was in a fit.
What did you do?
I performed CPR. My brother was, he turned blue.
Angela's husband, Billy Analusi, was also drinking from one of the distinctive blue beer cans, except his one contained actual beer. When Aiden drank his can, he asked Billy, "Do beers taste salty?" Billy took a sip and immediately spat it out. He told the court Aiden then went to the bathroom. When he returned, Aiden's demeanour had changed significantly.
He looked like he was about to turn into a statue.
And what happened next after you saw him like that?
He just collapsed and face down to the floor.
And what did Angela do when she got home?
She came home and went straight to him and was just asking him questions. What's wrong? Talk to me. And his response is, I want my mom.
4 to 5 calls were made to an ambulance which arrived over an hour after the first 111 call.
What sort of state was Aiden in the ambulance?
He went into a cardiac arrest.
Aiden was rushed to hospital and 5 days later, on March 7, Aiden passed away. While Aiden was in a coma in hospital, Analusi told the court the accused visited him at home asking about the beers and wanting them back. He said it was unusual as he assumed he'd come to talk about Aiden. Kahlon's lawyer argued what happened was a terrible accident and her client was a community-minded man who blindly trusted the other man who's admitted the drug charges.
The defence say that Mr. Kahlon was the type of person to trust people and to help people. He had no idea, no knowledge that there were drugs in that can.
Hundreds of cans and equipment for crystallising liquid meth into solid form were found at a unit in Auckland's Manukau. Kahlon admitted helping the other man who's pleaded guilty to drugs charges, but has claimed he thought the gear in the unit in Manukau was for making cocktails.
And he was involved in this process while there was white crystals on the floor and buckets and bins and bags. He was packing white powder into bags and sealing it. Quite simply, the Crown case is that Mr. Kahlon knew this had nothing to do with cocktails.
The Crown says because Kahlon failed to take reasonable care and precaution when he gave the beers to Sagala, he is criminally responsible for his death. The trial is expected to run for 3 weeks.